massive agency retainers, pointless keyword research, endless technical audits. Let's just get rid of them all. I'm going to show you the exact steps I'd take to grow a website to 10,000 users a month as fast as I can for zero cost. And this first step is where people mess up so quickly. They even get burned for thousands of pounds every year and so much time wasted with their technical SEO. Now, for most websites, like most business websites, if you're a small business, a SaaS company, anything like that, you don't need to be doing technical SEO every other month or every single month like you might get billed for or told you need to be doing by some agencies. Now, granted, if you're a massive e-com site with lots of technicalities, then fine. But for most people, you should only be spending an hour on your technical SEO. I literally had a call the other day with someone and he showed me his dashboard like this, and we just went through all the errors and all the important warnings and cleared them up on the call, on a consulting call, in an hour. And from then on, we could start building traffic rather than fanning around trying to fix technical errors. So what I want you to do is you can use a program like SEMrush, which to get started with your SEO, you can actually use a free trial. You get a 7-day free trial with SEMrush, which actually there's a link in the description for if you want to try that. So you can get most of your initial work, your technical errors, and your initial research done in the first week. So then you can move on to actually growing traffic rather than fanning around. So when you use a tool like SEMrush, you'll get a list of errors that you need to fix. Now you can go through and just literally click why and how to fix them and go and fix them. Or, speak to someone like me to go and quickly fix them rather than trying to do it over a long period of time and get it done in your first hour. Pages couldn't be crawled, one internal link is broken. These are really easy things to fix. And pretty much this small site only has 3 errors. We could go through some of these warnings as well. Duplicate H1 and title exit. These aren't even really errors. 3 external links are broken. Those are really quick, easy fixes to make. Or you can use a completely free tool like Screaming Frog, which you can download and is completely free to start using for up to 500 pages on your website. Now, when you scan a website with Screaming Frog, you'll get a little window on the right like this, and it's literally going to show you all the different issues on your website from a technical standpoint and even put them in a priority window. So you can see this site doesn't even have any high priority warnings. So there's nothing much to fix on there. You can see there's little things, page titles below 30 characters. Well, we could click on that and see if they're important pages. It's a contact page, a cookie page, and an about policy. So they're not actually that important in terms of making sure we've optimized our title length. So you can also scroll by issue type as well. Images missing alt text. We could quickly go and add alt text to these quick images here, if they're even that important for SEO or not. It's really easy to go and clear these up in less than an hour with these tools. So step 1, hour 1, just go and fix all the little errors. Step 2, you want to become an authority, the most in-depth content area and resource on the web for a particular niche. And I don't mean your industry as a whole, I mean a sub-niche within your industry. This is a mistake that people make as well. They go way too broad and they think, I'm going to write about all the top level content, all the biggest and best stuff in my industry, and they end up getting no traffic because a lot of that stuff's already been scooped up by the most authoritative sites in the industry, or it's hard to paint yourself as an expert across a whole sector. Take me, for example, I work in SEO. It would be very hard for me to outrank a lot of sites if I just wanted to talk about generic SEO terms. If I wrote an article and published it on keyword research, then building backlinks and then adding plugins to a website or whatever, because those topics are already sewn up and there's much better experts, sort of authoritative experts on the web painted out there. So for me, I need to go down into a smaller topic. We can take another example. Let's say you're, a design agency or something, and you could say, well, I'm not going to talk about graphic design as a whole. Let's change my settings here. We're going to talk about branding, but I want to go deeper than just branding as a whole. We could go even lower down in this spectrum to find a really even more close-knit niche that we can produce a lot of content for or target a lot of easier keywords. For example, we could say like brand consistency. So we're going into a sub-niche of our niche. So we're going to again start researching and looking at topics around brand consistency. So what I'd do here is I'd go and start scooping up all these keywords to do with brand consistency in SEMrush. I'd also go to a tool like People Also Ask and start doing the same thing. This is going to give us all the keywords, and then it's going to give us all the questions that people are asking in our industry. Now, this is really cool because this isn't data backed. This is actually more like what are problems, what questions are people actually asking that they need solutions to their problem for, which is really great for your content marketing as well as your SEO. So these are going to be able to transpire across. You could use them for your email marketing, for your video content, all that sort of thing, rather than just like a keyword is quite hard to think of as like, okay, I've got this keyword, I'm going to make other content or repurpose content. When we're starting with a question, it's much easier to create content around it because we're just answering the question. So you can see here all the questions that people have about brand consistency. You think, oh, that's just one blog article. I'm thinking that's 30 blog articles. That's a way to become a really authority area of this sector of branding and design that no one's ever gone this deep on before. Because look at all these questions that people probably would look at keyword research data and think, it's not that good, or it's not as big volume as some of the other stuff. But this is where you're actually going to deliver new original insights to the internet. And that's one of the biggest keys for ranking both on Google and LLMs like ChatGPT now. So you can see all these different questions. We need to just go and collect these up and put these into our keyword research. For example, we could say, what is brand consistency KPI? Boom. I think you can even expand that as well. You could even go deeper into that as well. I don't really want to go that deep at the moment, but we could add this into our list of keywords that we've set up and added into our, however you want to collect up your keywords. Done this in a Google Doc here, which I've exported from a couple of tools and put together. So your goal is to go deep on a subject, not wide across an industry to become the deepest resource on this sub niche of your industry. And of course, once you've done this and you got traffic, you can then move on to another one. You can move on to another one. You can expand across different sub niches within your sector. So what do you do now? Well, first things, we've got all these keywords. We now need to do what's called keyword clustering. We need to take all these and we need to put them into nice buckets, because we want to target, say, like we've got here, this is a really easy example. We've got brand rulebook, brand standards creation, brand policy implementation. These are all very similar keywords, but I'm not going to write a different article for all of these. I want to target multiple of these keywords in the same article or web page. So we can have these supporting topics within our cluster of content that are targeting multiple keywords. This is how we're going to group up lots of low volume keywords to get lots more traffic. For example, if you've got lots of low volume keywords that are 30, 40, 50 searches a month, but you've got 10 of them in an article, that's 3, 4, 500 search volume a month that's going to get you a lot of traffic. And they're probably going to be quite easy to rank for because they're low volume and no one else is targeting them. So you want to take these and you want to categorize them and put them into different buckets that make sense into different articles. You could do this manually. You could ask ChatGPT to do this. I did actually build a tool the other day, an AI SEO topical map creator, where you can go and bung all your keywords in. I'll put this link in the description as well. And it's going to start doing this for you. It's a very basic tool, like just for this one job. And I didn't really spend much time on the design, but hey, I think it works pretty well. You can put all your keywords in here and create an AI topical map. Now, this is going to be your plan. This is going to build everything you need to start basically writing your content, or very close. This is going to bundle up all your keywords into your buckets. It's also going to build you meta titles, meta descriptions. It's going to give you content outlines as well. So it's going to kind of give you everything you need to start creating content. And that's the next step we're going to go into. And I'm going to show you how you can create content for your website really quickly. So it's not going to take you 5, 6, 7 hours or days, or the pain of just sitting and writing a blog post, which is where people get stuck next. I'm going to show you a much better, quicker method that is going to get you content that ranks and is indexed by Google. I put my keywords into this tool. A couple of minutes later, it's come back and clustered them up and given me all the different topics that I need to write about for my brand consistency authority content map, basically. And now what's cool is we can open up, say, brand consistency fundamentals, which is going to be our one of our content segments, and it's given us a main piece of content there and some supporting topics. Now you can see here that actually we've got a generated title, we've got a meta title, we've got a meta description, and we've got some AI outline. We've got sort of an outline that it's given us to what a good article would need to cover everything in this section. So we could actually take this And we could move over here. And this is quite a cool step because we could put this into, this is Claude, but we could use ChatGPT as well. You say, I have an article outline for a blog post I'm writing. Can you create some questions to ask me that I can answer to provide in-depth knowledge and information for my content? So basically, as it suggests there, I'm going to give it the outline of what we're going to cover. And of course, you need to check these and like go through and be like, does this all make sense? But we're showing you in a really quick way how quickly you can go from nothing to creating a lot of high quality content on your website that's going to drive traffic. So I'm going to ask it to ask me questions that I can literally answer to write this blog post. Now we can take this list of questions, which you can see how many are there. If you go and answer these, you're going to have tons of context, information, knowledge to put into your articles. And the easiest way to do this is not by sitting and writing, because no one, sitting and writing content is a bit of a pain in the ass and it takes ages. What you want to do, and what I do sometimes, is grab my phone, I open my recorder app, and I'll literally just, even when I'm walking dog, I can write an article, or even, I can take transcripts from my YouTube video and use those. But I can answer the questions in my phone in a voice note and just go through and answer all these questions in a really nice structured way to deliver my information and knowledge to the world. And once I save that, you can then go, particularly if you're using Recorder, which is it's a Google tool, you can actually save this and it's going to create a transcript of your video or your voice recording, which is really cool because now we've got this information. We've gone from, hey, we've clustered keywords and created an article outline into a voice transcript into writing. Now we've kind of written our article already. Rather than 3 hours or 4 hours writing and trying to work things out, we've just brain dumped the information that we should be experts on delivering to the world, and probably delivered a lot of new original ways of framing information, because we're not just sort of reading other blog posts and trying to painfully pull words out of our head. You can take your transcript and go back to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, and then I've got a prompt which is going to be able to write content from your words, from the way you're talking in your transcript. So it is actually like you've written it using your voice rather than an AI written article. So we're going to grab this prompt, which again, everything's in the description for you. Please convert my video audio transcript into a polished article. Might actually let's try SEO optimize polished article. That sounds like I wrote it myself. Follow these specific instructions. So we're going to take that and we're going to obviously put that into our LLM. Now we need to dump the transcript in there. If I had one in here, you could just grab this and dump it. Or there's an actual recording here that I have from my previous YouTube video, because sometimes I do this from my YouTube videos. Same difference. We can pop the transcript in there and get the AI to start writing the content from our transcripts. And you can see it started writing this really well structured content based on the information we've given it in a way that's natural and human written. So you could take this and put it into an AI content detector, for example, and say it's not AI written because it's writing from my voice and delivering new knowledge to the world. I'm pretty sure this article doesn't even exist on the world. It only exists in YouTube format. That's really quick to publish on a website. It's as easy as that. And I've actually been playing around with this stuff as well. And I have one that I wrote from my transcript and got published a few weeks ago. And we're position 5, position 7, position 5, position 6 for Is SEO Dead?, which in actual fact is a keyword difficulty 47, 590 search volume. And actually on search here, you can see Neil Patel is even targeting this keyword. So it's going to be tough for me to unseat him, but we are getting traffic down here for variations in this keyword as well, for people who are looking for other opinions and other information on this subject. Google will rank this style of content and will index it. And particularly cool, if I'd done it of a YouTube video as well, we might actually be able to get ranked in a YouTube video and an article on page 1 of Google, and even start getting quoted in AI overviews and featured snippets and stuff like that. But the point is, you can get content out the door really quickly that isn't just like AI generated slop. And the final thing I've been mulling over is backlink building. How do we do backlink building quickly for free? it's the sort of longest step that even a lot of agencies or a lot of people kind of avoid, because it's kind of outside of your control. You're relying on other people. People charge a lot of money for you to publish content on their blogs. Well, I think the easiest way to start doing it if you've got a new website is, one, open your phone book, grab your phone and look at all your business partners, look at all the other small businesses in your niche, look at all the partners you work with, um, and start asking them, can I write a piece of content for your website? Just want a link back to ours. Or even set up a partner page on your website and link out to all your partner businesses, that your suppliers, and ask them to do the same back for you. A lot of people will be very happy to do that. You can do this sort of reciprocal link building to get you going. The other quick way to do is, you could go to Google, you could type in like "write for us," and then I've tried it out here actually, "write for us," and then your industry, and you'll see all the different websites that are happy to accept submissions for guest posts. But those are the two easiest ways that you could start. Actually, then once you've started creating your content, hopefully that will be picking up links for free. You could actually go and find ways to find places to build links for free for your website. Go and ask people other businesses, other website owners to collaborate with you. There's also a lot of Facebook groups out there that people are happy to accept guest posts on their blog that are well pitched. Say that they're SEO optimized, they're going to drive traffic, pitch the benefit of you writing a blog post for their website, and they might be very happy for you to do that and just give a simple link back to them as well. For me, I could say, I've got an audience of people watching here. I could say to you right now, look, I'm happy to write a really nice optimized SEO blog post, piece of content that's going to be great for your website for free, should bring you traffic, might be really useful for your brand. All I want in return for this expertise or this help or this free thing I'm giving you is a link back to my website or wherever I want to publish it. People hopefully in the comments might say, yeah, Elliot, I'd love you to write for me a blog post. We could actually try this out now. If you'd like me to write you a blog post with a link, let me know in the comments and we can discuss that. Let's see if we can build some backlinks for free just off content and interacting with the world as a way of boosting SEO quickly for free that isn't going to take forever and cost the earth. And if you want more free SEO goodness, then check out this video I've done on the top 3 keyword research tools to boost your traffic today.